Hey, what's up guys, James here bringing another YouTube video, and this one is going to be, finally, another edition of the Original Universe Reaction Series, where I take a look back at my original WWE Universe mode that I started way back in WWE 2K16 in 2016, and carried over into 2K18 and didn't get much further than that before it eventually was cancelled, and Tyson and I, both working together, started a new Universe mode together in late 2018. And that being said, this is episode 17 of the series. We came off of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, a really shitty second month where I tried to run my own Invasion storyline with Eric Bischoff and WCW, etc. If you've followed the Universe Reaction Series, I'm not going to get into it too much. Watch the videos of me reacting to it and giving the insight and behind-the-scenes stuff there. But in the last episode, we took a look at the debut episode of NXT. There were a lot of technical difficulties both in the original debut of NXT and the reaction video for NXT. So we'll see how things play out there and with this one. But yeah, this is the official return of Smackdown post Bad Invasion story. And I called it Money in the Bank setup and World Heavyweight Championship Steel Cage match. Both are things that happened. Both are things that happened, and I don't have much else to say. I'm actually recording this completely on a whim. I haven't recorded in a while, and I just really wanted to do this specifically for some reason. So let's do it. Here we go. Start.
Hey, what's up, guys? As you know, I'm Jason, bringing you another YouTube video, and this one is finally the return of Friday Night Smackdown.
We both said it, baby. We both said it.
I believe I put it on Friday. Yep, it's on Friday. Okay.
Oh yeah, it was Thursday at the time, wasn't it?
It's been a while since I recorded, guys.
In real life.
But anyway, so this SmackDown, we have, after their crushing defeat at the hands of the Dudley Boys and Extreme Rules, Daniels and Merkerson will team up to take on the primetime players to kick off our show. And then we have Paige versus the new women's champion.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, I have to pause that because, oh my god, I forgot about that. Okay, so, number one, let me just say, Daniels and myself, being the Gatecrashers, debuted as Mystery Man attacking the Dudley Boys Extreme Rules. We should have won. Well, I shouldn't have been booking myself to wrestle. That's also weird. Talked about that before. Not going to get into that, but this new team of Mystery Men, who turned out to be the team of the Gatecrashers, should have beaten the Dudleys at Extreme Rules, number one. But them showing up here and then facing the primetime players, not bad. Whatever, that's fine. See where it goes. But then Paige and Sasha Banks. So, So I wasn't originally using creative wrestlers outside of my own creations along with Tyson's creation, T-Ice, for the original universe. Then when I brought everything back, got rid of the invasion, made everything kind of normal again, brought in NXT, and in the main event as a minor show, I brought in a bunch of cause. One of which being Sasha Banks. And for some reason, when I split the rosters properly again between Raw and SmackDown, I decided to have two women's champions for some reason. I have no idea why, and I would immediately realize, oh hey, that's stupid. Like, I don't trust myself. Like, at the time it was so me and Tyson both booking, and like, I was the only one doing anything for the women's division anyway, and even then what I was doing wasn't great. And then Tyson wasn't really doing anything for the women's division. So it's like, I don't know why the fuck I thought, like, oh, hey, let's do two women's titles, two proper women's divisions. And then I'd immediately realize that's dumb, and then I would get rid of that. So Sasha, I guess, technically was a champion in the original universe, despite having I would never recognize her as a champion in the original universe going forward. But I guess technically she started out as one, despite not ever appearing and then just being awarded it after the Bad Invasion story. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I'm confused, but yeah. Anyway, carry on past me.
Then we have a Money in the Bank qualifier between Randy Orton and Chris Jericho.
Okay,
and if you
that
didn't
works.
Watch the Raw episode, from 2 weeks ago, I believe it is at this time.
Oh, keep it canonical. Keep keep
Raw might
kayfabe.
not have their own Money in the Bank
Nah,
match.
I'm playing.
Money in the
Should have,
Qualifier,
but yeah,
Money in
no,
the
I'm
Bank, there you
playing.
go. Then, of course, the Go Home show to Extreme Rules, like, recorded a
Oh,
long time
no.
ago. Batista
No.
and Sheamus lost lost in a one-on-one with manager match. And
No. Not this.
if they won, they would've
No.
got a chance
God
to
damn
be
it.
or get a World Heavyweight Championship shot.
I talked about this in one of the episodes right before Extreme Rules, but I booked a really bad match for SmackDown. I guess for those of you who don't know and are seeing this, so my best friend Tyson and I, we started the series together, and way back in 2016, he was booking Raw, I was booking SmackDown, and right before our first pay-per-view Extreme Rules in the series, I booked a really bad match with a bad stipulation of, it was AJ Styles with Adrian Neville versus Batista with Sheamus, or maybe Sheamus with Batista. I think it was Batista with Sheamus, though. And yeah, I said whoever won would become number one contender for the World Heavyweight title. But then I also threw the manager in there. And then to top it off, I said whoever lost would be rewarded for losing by being named the number one contender for the Intercontinental title. Despite the fact that the only person who had done anything for the Intercontinental title was Tyler Breeze, who had a lot of momentum, even beating the champion Ryback before Extreme Rules, and then lost the title match. And then we did the Invasion story, so now we're picking up here. So yeah, no, it was really bad. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what was going through my mind, but this is the follow-up to that, so yeah.
Alright, or if they lost, they wouldn't have got that. I mean, if they won, they would have got that. They lost, and now they're trying to go for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, both want the shot against Intercontinental Champion Ryback. And this week it's Batista taking on Ryback, and I can go ahead and tell you next week we'll have Sheamus versus Ryback. And then our main event, because
the only good thing that came out of that was like a legitimate team between Batista and Sheamus that I actually do like. So there's that.
Inside of a steel cage to keep Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, AJ Styles,
and now
Kevin
this,
Owens,
the main event.
Denver, keep them out.
The main event, Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan. I'm not mad at the idea, because so this story for those of you who don't know, this story, it was the focal point of my main event on SmackDown in the first month. Again, I completely ignored the bad month 2 Invasion storyline. I just pretended like it didn't exist. So that first proper month, this was the focal point of the thing I was doing, and it was Daniel versus Bray. Bray had come in, debuted, was doing really well, but Bryan managed to get one win over Bray, and Daniel was my debuting world heavyweight champion. But Daniel managed to just get a win over Bray before Extreme Rules, and that kind of set the tone. And I had Bryan say he was going to face Bray in an Iron Man match, which I didn't end up liking after I booked it, because the feud just started. Why are they having an Iron Man match? That doesn't make sense. So I had Kevin Owens, who had debuted but hadn't won a match yet. So I had him start to show his anger issues, bringing in his best friend Sammy, who was on the SmackDown roster and had never been booked. So I was having them as a team before WWE had them as a team. Not like a flex or anything. I just wanted to throw that one out there. But yeah, so had them as a team, and they were collectively together, being angry and wanting to make a statement. So they come in, attack Bray in the back at Extreme Rules, causing this match to not happen. Which is something that I used to really hate, but I actually really like where I was going with that. So now with SmackDown back to normal, we're finally getting that match inside of a steel cage, and I could have built it up more coming back out of the invasion and things being back to normal. I could have built it up more, but I'm not, and I kind of wish I would have, but I'm not totally mad at this, you know? I think it still works. It had the build up for it. And again, after what Kevin and Sammy did at Extreme Rules, it works. I do kind of wish I would have held off on the steel cage and maybe, like, again, if I was rebooking this now, I would have held off on doing this match right now and done it later, and I probably would have had something like Bray bringing in like Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, having him bring them in to help him out. And then they can kind of help like even the odds against Kevin and Sammy, and then maybe a feud between the two teams there. And then, with the odds even, then build back up to a proper one-on-one Bray and Bryan, which then could have been Steel Cage or whatever, since they already had the build-up for it. But yeah, even then, I am not mad at this.
You know, world title, all the stakes on the line, and we'll definitely see who can pick up the win. But we will not be playing this match, so let's see. Can Daniels and Merkerson rebound after the Extreme Rules
I still wasn't
loss?
quite in the mindset for treating it realistically,
No,
though.
they cannot. Daniels takes the
But good win for the
pinfall
Primetime Players
from Titus
over
O'Neil.
the Gate Crashers.
Sasha Banks and Paige. Sasha Banks picks up the win.
Sasha gets a win over Paige. Oh, you know what?
Money in the
Either way,
bank.
yeah. I actually forgot that
You know what? Actually, no, we'll
Sasha...
watch that one.
I
We'll
actually
play it.
forgot that
But Batista versus
Sasha did get a win over Paige.
Ryback picks
That's really
up the
interesting
win.
for something that I was gonna plan
Let's
on
get
later.
into it, okay? I'll see you when we get into the match.
Ryback beat Batista. Oh, that's so loud. That's so loud. This should have been claimed. This, I've said it in like so many videos, this should have been claimed. That is so loud. Like, that is voices, like, clear as day. Should have been claimed. Like, oh my god. Should have been claimed. I can't get over that. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. And of course, this is the Money in the Bank qualifier, which is Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho.
Randy Orton over money that... Well,
Oh, hang on.
I would say that, but universe or statistics outside of universe mode, they don't count. We don't acknowledge them, so never mind. But first,
Get on with it, B.
ever Money in the Bank pay-per-view, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho. Let's see who picks
I would
up the
slowly
win.
get there. But yeah, I don't know. It's really funny because like neither one had really done too much. Like Randy had essentially done nothing besides getting defeated by Bray Wyatt in the first month. But yeah, he wouldn't really do anything outside of that. And Jericho, actually, he had a bit of momentum, as he did end up defeating Tyler Breeze after Breeze had all of his momentum going into Extreme Rules. He did get a good win there, which is why I kind of wanted... Which again, like, if I was booking this now, I would want Breeze to beat Ryback in Extreme Rules and then go into a Breeze and Jericho feud. That's probably what I would have done. That's probably what I would do now, but yeah. It's also weird that I don't talk through the ring announcing. Because like, I would just kind of like ignore all ring announcing before. Or when we'd bring a when Tyson and I would start Universe Mode again later, I would just like ignore all ring announcing. And I would just kind of like do that job myself and be like full on commentator.
Of the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh yeah. And to think, like, legitimately in real life, not just kayfabe, like the Money in the Bank was partly his idea, which is crazy. You're breaking immersion. Like I said, I'd get there later. I'd fix it later. But yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, overall, I'm not mad at this show. Again, obviously, when Tyson and I were both so bad at booking women at the time. Well, to be fair, I don't think I was necessarily bad at booking women. I was the only one who was doing anything with women, and what I was doing wasn't the best. Like, it wasn't that great, but I was at least doing something. But nonetheless, yeah, we shouldn't have had. I don't know why I brought in a second women's title. I'm glad that I got rid of that later.
Chris caught the fun, hit the knife edge chop.
Yeah, like I don't mind this show. Truth be told, I think it's totally fine.
Knife edge chop. Oh, Randy hangs on. You don't want to be there, Randy. Springboard dropkick, vintage Chris Jericho.
Hey, you know what? Not mad at that call. I'm not mad at that call. I said it before in the last Raw reaction. I honestly, there's a small part of me that does still like my commentary here. Because like I said in that video, it's more natural, you know? Because it's all happening live. I'm reacting in the moment.
Be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Jericho, he's had a little bit of success.
And there's a part of that just...
Since he's been in universe mode.
It feels good, you know? I can't fake anything.
But can he be successful here? Into the Money in the Bank ladder match.
And again, like I've said a lot of times before too, I do really like post-commentary for a series like this, and I think it's ultimately better. But you can definitely make live commentary for this work. And I think overall, like, for doing it right here, I think it does work.
Backbreaker on the outside. Brings him up to his feet. Side headlock. On Jericho versus drop toe hold.
But honestly, like, I don't even really know if I could still do it now. I'd be so Jericho out of practice with it.
They've been going in and out of the ring on Jericho.
And I don't know if I could, like,
want
to tell a story, but also commentate calling moves while playing.
Unready hits the big clothesline.
Like, it's just been so long since I've done it.
Jericho.
I'd be willing to give it a try again, though.
I'm not sure if we want to do that. Because, you know...
But, yeah, like I talked about with the... Hey, you know what? Shouts out Fozzy. I don't really care for him that much anymore, but I like that call on commentary.
Which may have been the better decision, as he catches Jericho off the roof with a Luthez press.
But like I talked about on Raw, Tyson had booked 5 of his 6 Monday Night qualifiers at all at once, and this is like the only one you get from me right now. I just thought it was better to spread them out, and I still think stuff like that, you know.
Shades of old Kurt Angle. 1. And Jericho kicks out at 1. Jericho. That's not the first time Jericho's felt that before.
Fair enough. I mean, does it really work? Like, it's acknowledging history that hasn't happened in the universe, but...
Now Randy reverses.
That works as a call.
Reverses again. On Randy quickly kicks out. A Dragon Whip leg screw. Or Randy with the reversal.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really have much else to say right now.
Jericho caught him.
Besides, yeah, I just...
Suplex.
I like this show.
And a kick to the back.
I don't mind it.
Or Randy saying it's time to come back.
Again, it's not perfect.
Jericho.
I don't think anything I did at the time was perfect. Fuck, I don't. I thought this in a couple episodes ago. I gotta stop saying that word. But I mean, hell, you know, like, I don't think anything I do is perfect, quite honestly. Like, again, even when we brought Universe back, I would still do things like fast-tracking rivalries and all sorts of stuff like that.
Like, I don't know. I haven't really... I've seen a lot of the, PS4 and Xbox One versions of, 2K16, but I haven't seen a whole lot of comebacks. So can anyone, like, tell me if comebacks are actually, like, better, like, utilized, in a sense of the word, on on the PS4 version? Because on the PS3 version, at least for me, like, whenever I activate the comeback and try to do it, they always, like, reverse, and I can never actually get the comeback. Because my comeback never lasts long enough.
Oh, that's just an issue with the way that the PS3 360 versions were made, past me.
Weird with my game. With my
No. I mean, I could have fixed it at the time for, like, activating at a better time. But yeah, no, that's just the way the games were made at the time, you know? That's all that it was. Because the AI had always been pretty bad about comebacks.
Bring him up to his feet.
Like, I know 2K14's AI, they would activate the comeback and this hardly ever do it.
Kick to the back of the leg. On Randy. Big suplex.
So yeah.
Just kind of wearing him down. Oh, here we go. Randy Orton drops the knee right on the tip of the forehead.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jericho.
Your forehead.
Randy up top. This can end the match. Oh no, Randy. He jumps off. Big cross body. You don't see that too often from Randy Orton, but when you normally do, it's always effective. As Randy now just
again, like,
away on Jericho. He misses
there's kind of a charm to my commentary here. I don't really get it, but there kind of is.
Oh, going for the walls, but Randy shoves him away. But Jericho still wants it.
Also, another issue with, like, the PS3 360 games, man.
Oh, he took out the referee. He got no.
No, it was hilarious. But, like, another issue is with the PS3 360 games, like...
And this time, he does get it, just barely. But he got it.
Oh god, what was I saying?
Randy's making sure that he...
I was saying something about there being an issue with the PS3 360 games. Oh, I lost my train of thought again. Again, future me, if you can remember, put something here. The botch of the line killed me. I can't remember now.
Throws him. And he throws it outside the ring and DDT Vintage Orton.
Oh no, don't Vintage Orton it. No. Don't do that.
Well, Randy, instead of going for the RKO, setting up for it.
Like, please don't ever do that for me. No.
That doesn't work out well.
I'm not a Michael Cole hater, but goddamn, I did not like that.
Belly to belly.
The spike DDT was vintage Randy Orton. That's all it was. I did not like that. I love that wake up taunt, like running up and doing the wake up taunt, so he just like flops backwards and starts pounding the mat. I love that wake up taunt. It's so cool.
And it doesn't let me freaking.
Oh god, yeah. For what I was trying to do, the fact that part of me did want the matches to be taken seriously. Oh my god. Them moving to a sim style for what I wanted to do was so good. Like, it worked so much more. Like, I can't explain that enough, right? Like, it worked so much better. And I could actually, like, things I envisioned happening and what I wanted to happen.
Then he reversed the code breaker into a hip toss.
Could actually happen,
Right
you know?
into the
And
DT.
that's just like, yes.
You're ran with a big
Like, the sim style for,
time, taking the
like,
advantage right
them
now.
moving to, like,
Then finally
a full-blown
the
simulation
over
style
the 1, 2,
for
3. I'll see when we get back into the match. Okay?
wanting to make, like, a series be serious and try to
Guys, it is now time
make
for our
realistic
main
style
event.
matches
Fight Night
using the
Smackdown Showcase
games.
World Heavyweight Championship Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt.
It was just the
We'll always see
perfect
this on
blend.
Friday Night Smackdown. But before we get into the
And I think
match,
that's what helped
let me
me
just show
really
you
get, like, super into
how this match came
Universe and wanting to do it. Even if that would kind of be my downfall in a way. Oh, and here we go. The promo. Using Shallow Sides Try to Fight It. If you've never heard of them, check them out. I actually like a lot of the stuff a good bit. I haven't really listened to their newer stuff, but when I found them, they were like still a really small band that I found through like the YouTube channel Montage Rock. So yeah.
And Sammy with a sunset flip powerbomb. I'm Kevin.
This is their song Try to Fight It. I still like it a lot. It's also weird to think that I was, like, Bray was technically a heel, but, like, I was pretty much having him be a babyface in this. And that's just kind of weird. But, nonetheless. And then the music cuts off. I didn't show Bray actually trying to cut a promo or anything, but this is what Bray had to say. As I prepared for my championship match at Extreme Rules, I was attacked by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I fought them off, but without my family by my side, the numbers game caught up with me. Tonight, I right the wrongs from Extreme Rules, and I walk out with the World Championship. Very basic, but it gets the point across. And obviously, you know, first knowing I was going to do knowing that, like, even in the last gen versions of the last gen versions of the game now, but like the PS3 360 version of the game, you know what I'm saying. Even in those versions, post 2K14, they removed Story Designer. So I knew I was just going to do something like this where, like, put text into the video, show what I wanted to say that way. I didn't want it to be too long, so I wanted it to be short and concise. So I got the point across that way, and I'm not mad at it. If I was doing it now, obviously I'd have, like, spooky Bray Wyatt shit and stuff like that, and him talking longer and getting the point across and trying to really showing what he wants. But yeah, it's very basic and concise, but it works. I'm not mad at it. And that leads into,
We put this
Bryan versus Wyatt.
Zayn and Owens did
Steel cage.
at Extreme Rules.
Again, I don't think this is my worst book show. I think it is totally fine.
Well, let's see. Would Daniel Bryan have walked out with the championship at Extreme Rules? Or would Bray Wyatt have just dominated and like he had been going?
I don't know why I'm talking like I was going to simulate this. I played it.
When we get into the match.
Actually, I don't think I played it. I watched it, but yeah.
We don't need Logan Garcia's introduction. You already know the match. You already know what's at stake. So let's do this.
So cut it from the
I
video.
wish the game would stop doing that.
God, I don't know. Also, I guess just kind of ignore the fact that, like, this is Bryan's first defense in starting his third month as champion. You know? Just ignore that. It's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's fault, you know? It wasn't me as a booker. I mean, it wasn't me booking things that was the issue. No, I don't know why I didn't do that. And quite honestly, I don't know why I didn't try and
so the crowd could
have him defend Extreme Rules anyway.
But
I don't know.
Also got to be behind Bray Wyatt.
Again, I'm not mad at it. I do kind of like where I was going with it. And again, like I said, if I was booking it now, I totally would just do something again. Like, I would like extend it out further and like bring Harper and Rowan in, and then have them go against Sammy and Kevin, and stuff like that. Probably, I don't know. Because I don't know, maybe I wouldn't, because my whole thing was like, I wanted Sammy and Kevin both to try and go for the world title. And like, I still wanted Bray involved, I wanted Bryan involved. So like, because I ended up, spoiler I guess, but at Money in the Bank, I would end up doing a 6-man ladder match for the World Heavyweight title. So that's what I wanted, that's what I was thinking, and what I did.
He gets his opportunity that he deserved.
And that's probably why, or at least part of why, you know, I want it, or I didn't force Kevin and Sammy into tag action, because I wanted them to be singles guys. I wanted them to be like a team, a unit, be on the same page, and show that they're best friends, but I didn't want them in tag action, I guess.
And of course, as you know, hang on a minute, let me turn that down. Of course, as you know, we don't play title matches, so let the computer play. Oh, Bray starting off with a couple of big shots. Now he's got the wrist lock on Daniel. Oh, here we go. Big elbow to the face from Bray Wyatt.
So yeah.
Him up to his feet. Oh, front face lock. Oh, Daniel reverses, taking him down. Bray rolls out the way, the kick. Oh, hits a kick of his own to the midsection. Goes behind. And a back suplex, dropping Daniel on his head and neck. Daniel blocks the punch, side headlock.
I do know that I didn't actually, like, have this be, like, escaping the cage.
Dragon whip leg through.
I know this was actually, like,
at Extreme Rules,
pinfall submission.
Picked the match to be,
and it ended inside the ring.
An Iron Man match, a test of endurance. But as you just saw, not too long ago, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn ruined that and attacked Bray in the back, thinking that they deserve the titles. Well, not the titles, but the title. And, you know, oh well. They can think what they want.
Kind of bad reasoning.
Anyway, here on SmackDown, they have to earn their shot. Anyway, getting back to the action, Daniel Bryan Irish whip into the top left turnbuckle. Oh no. Oh, Daniel's climbing.
Good sentiment.
Bray, you gotta get out of the corner. You gotta get out of the corner, Bray, if you want to win. Daniel. Oh, Daniel, he's almost on the top. Oh, but Bray, he's climbing up after him, and
I did not remember that.
Now, Bray.
I like the sentiment what I said earlier, by the way, but
of course, everything legal inside of a
kind of bad reasoning overall.
Oh, he's gonna do it again.
Like, because saying Kevin and Sammy fully believe they deserve the title,
that's not
when they had done literally nothing. Like, Sammy had done literally nothing, and then Kevin had only lost, and that's all he did. So,
just choking out again. Bray letting out all of his anger and frustration.
I mean, I guess you could say delusional heels, which can work. But I like the idea of them just
after everything that have happened,
Kevin being mad at not having success and Sammy being mad that he wasn't booked at all, you know? He had gotten no opportunities. And then as best friends they put their anger together to take out Bray Wyatt. To make a statement and then pick up from there and try and prove that yes, we do deserve it. We're gonna earn it.
I heard enough for Bray to get away with that. Oh, Daniel ducked and floats over, drops Bray with a neck breaker.
I also forgot how cheesy just throwing your opponent in the corner and then climbing was. I forgot you could literally just win that way, like at the start of the match. Like, that's crazy.
But Bray reverses with a snapmare. Oh, Daniel kips up.
It's also weird to me to think that, like, yeah, they
pulls him off.
They
To the
really,
corner. Bray reversed the Irish whip.
they really went for the win and only the win.
Here we go. Ducks the clothesline and big flying elbow.
Like, that is so weird to me. But doing the comeback.
Bray reverses. There are pinfalls.
And he...
But Daniel kicks out in a very early 1 count. But Bray's going to try and catch him again. Still only a 1.
I do like that eventually they did make... If the comeback was hit, they would, go into the thing. Like, they would go into a signature and not just pin right after the comeback.
What's Bray going to do? Daniel has to let it go. He lost his grip. Bray reverses into a back suplex.
I still have never liked that they changed it. They pretty much got rid of the ability to break out of the submission, and it's just like they let it go every time. Still don't like that either. I'm not going to complain about it because,
that might be enough.
For a game that's been out like 7 years, I don't care enough to complain about it or anything. But yeah, still very weird why they did that.
But Daniel gets up immediately. Bray caught him with a small.
And they didn't even fully do that because there are a few submissions in the game that,
only a 1.
like, they do still break out of.
Try and climb up. Try and sneak around Daniel, but it's not going to work. Daniel pulls him off. Kick to the midsection. Now Bray with the kick to the midsection.
I do like that they're actually interacting with the cage a lot, though. That's pretty cool.
On Daniel.
I mean, it's just like them both stopping each other from escaping, but it is still pretty cool they're actually interacting with it. Do I wish that the AI in this match would have actually, like, Irish whipped into the cage or stuff like that? Or maybe catapulted into the cage. Doing the environmental attacks with the cage. Do I wish they were doing that? Yeah. At least a little bit, but oh well. It's fine. Getting any sort of interaction with it at all is good.
Bray kicks out at 1. Daniel reversed. Daniel reversed it. He's caught him. Cover. 2. And Bray reversed the cover. Now Daniel reverses back into the original cover.
Oh, God. The roll-up battles are not good. Like, everyone popped hard for him at the time when they were brought in, but they are not good.
Bray reverses.
Like, when you have, like, the actual sequence, like, that ends, that's one thing.
Guys.
Like, the schoolboy into the jackknife into the backslide, that is cool still.
Thank you.
But the ones that, like, just went back, that you could just go back and forth constantly, like, no, that's not good. They never were. Like, the fact that we popped so hard for them at the time, I don't know what we were thinking, but they're not good, and they never were.
And it's not going to work as Daniel pulls them off, and Bray catches him with
just
his back elbow.
More annoying than anything else.
I thought Bray might be trying to set up for the creepy crab walk. He didn't. Daniel again, out of nowhere, the yes lock.
And this, I think, is the end.
Wyatt taps out. Daniel
yes.
Is still your
I don't know how I would have had the match end. Like, I don't, honestly.
We didn't see the steel come into play at all.
Because, like, Daniel hadn't actually ever defended his belt by that point, technically, and...
But at the end of the day, Daniel...
Yeah, I don't know.
...heavy champion gets to continue his incredible run.
Generally, yeah, I can't think of a way right now that I would have had the match end anyway. So I guess for the time being, it's fine, but we'll see if I can come up with something else. Who knows? But yeah, that was that episode of Smackdown.
I actually did not expect Daniel to walk out with the...
That was that episode of Smackdown, and like I said, I'm not mad at it. It's not my worst booked show. I think a lot of the things make sense.
His title from no one.
And if I go back to the card so I can look at it... continuing Daniel and Bray, doing some actually doing stuff with the Intercontinental title, Money in the Bank qualifier, women's action, and then tag action. Again, I had an overall nice kind of structure there where everything that should have been featured was featured. I was still continuing some of the stories I had started back in month 1, trying to continue the continuity there, while ignoring the bad stuff that I did in month 2 that should be ignored. Yeah, like I said, I'm not mad at it, and I do enjoy... I didn't hate the episode. I did enjoy it. Even if that promo was really bad. The actual, the video package itself was really bad. Bray's words in it, I don't mind, honestly. If I had to do it, knowing there wasn't story designer, I probably would have just... knowing there's not a story designer, I probably would have just done, try to grab, a screenshot of Bray and put the text on the screen next to it. That's probably what I would have done. Or what I should have done. But nonetheless, yeah. And even if it was very short and not quite Bray Wyatt-esque for the promo, I feel like it still works. It gets the point across. It was very concise in that nature as well. Again, I think everything works, and it was totally fine. Not my worst book show. It's got a good structure. I think everything makes sense. But on the next episode... Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, so on the next episode, it's the first episode of Main Event. And as I'm looking at the title right now, it's Loser Leaves Raw. So that'll be a good one. That will be a good one to talk about, because that'll be Dean Ambrose versus John Cena, Loser Leaves Raw match. Okay, so that'll be cool. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to the first SmackDown back post Bad Invasion story. I hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't, leave a like, comment down below, share on social media, do all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.